Hi, I'm Matthew Zarati. I'm a business entrepreneur major.
Hi, my name is Carmen. I'm a business marketing major.
Hi, my name's Ethan and I'm a business marketing major.
Hi, I'm Nandini and I'm a business finance major.
As one of the largest sports apparel companies in the global market, Nike has encouraged many up-and-coming athletes to shoot for the stars, as well as the average person to live their own best healthy lifestyles. In addition, since many of our group members have or had owned some form of Nike apparel at some point in their lives, Nike is a brand that holds a special place in our hearts. However, what factors makes this company one of the top in their industry? Their practices, leadership, strategy? We wanted to explore these different factors and determine how they connect to the success of the company in the global market. Over the course of this research, we also had a chance to learn more about ourselves, as well as our leadership potential and styles for future projects.
Alright, I chose Nike because I own a lot of Nike apparel, and I love the Nike brand. I own a pair of Air Jordan 1 lows, which is part of Nike. I also got a pair of Nike Air Force 1 whites, which are great, and I got them when they were first clean, but now they're kind of dirty, and I don't like them that much anymore. But I still got love for them. My windbreaker too is also Nike, so are my socks. I also got a pair of Air Max 90s, which are one of the most comfortable shoes on the planet, in my opinion. At home, I have a Nike basketball, one of the best basketballs to play outside with, in my opinion too. This is my favorite brand to buy from because I can trust that their product will deliver when I buy them. They never fail me in any regard. Also, me trying to make my own brand, I take note of what Nike tries to do to get successful. So they're kind of like a role model to me.
I chose Nike because it's a brand I'm familiar with. Nike was a big trend as I grew up, and they're still trending within each generation as they pass. I've always kept up with Nike's new shoe releases, and till this day, their signature Air Force ones are still my favorite. Their apparel is fashionable while still functioning for athletic purposes. Nike isn't just worn for workouts anymore. It's also became streetwear and part of an urban culture that makes outfit looks better and makes people feel better.
I wanted to do Nike because it is such an influential brand when it comes to lifestyle gear, athletic gear, and trends. I also love watching basketball, and Nike has some of the best players under contract, which made me even more interested to pick Nike. I also wanted to do Nike because even though it's something I've worn all my life, I never really looked into the business and statistical side of the company. With all of their success, I wanted to see numbers that proved how great they were and tactics they used to maintain number one. I wanted to understand the longevity of such a global company and what they do to stay the best worldwide. With so many different brands out there, I wanted to see what makes Nike different and why so many people choose Nike over brands like Adidas, Under Armour, and Reebok.
And I felt that this project was a good learning experience since it was being one of my first major group assignments in college. I thought it went well enough. I did learn how to work as a collective group in order to complete an assignment. Some people worked harder than others and put in the extra effort. We all did a great job. I noticed not one person was a leader. We all had our moments to take control. I felt that it was more of a democratic type of group since we all came as a collective to make decisions. I do recommend if you were to do this project, don't wait until the last day to do all the work. It can be a bit stressful. You should finish all the assignments as fast as possible or else you will stress out over the assignment and the assignment might be as great as you want it to be. I would also recommend having a leader in the group because if we don't have a leader, no one's there to lead us in the direction that we want to achieve. Things became a bit messy and dysfunctional. Overall, the experience was great and the people were great too. It was a great assignment to be introduced to college.
Throughout the entirety of this project, I grew to learn the understanding of the word leadership. Leadership is not just making sure that the assignments are completed and turned in on time, and it was more than just making sure that everyone gets a fair grade. Leadership is about making sure that the team worked cohesively and making sure that everyone is working towards the same goal. Nike is one of the top businesses in their industry because of their constant innovation, and much like Nike, our group was constantly innovating as well. When one aspect of the project was completed, we would take a step back and think, okay, what can be done to improve this even more? Our group was different in terms of other groups, in the sense that there was nobody that was assigned or classified as the leader or the facilitator. This could either have been a negative or a positive situation on our end because our group members would delegate the work amongst themselves, but since there was no one to lead us, sometimes the tasks weren't always efficiently done on time.
Working on this project helped me realize that leadership, or how you guide the people around you, is especially important for the growth and success of the team that you are a part of. What we have learned about Nike is that the company constantly has to keep up with their image and satisfy their customers through the designs and characteristics of their shoes. They have been successfully able to do so through their marketing, which targets generating discussions in the community through public figures in sports. They're able to do so because of what they have established in their mission statement, always sticking to their values and vision. What is especially important to have in a team to be productive is to share the same values, which allow you to be driven toward following your vision. This Nike's team had, and so did ours to an extent. In our case, all members in our group wanted to get a good grade on the project. In order to do so, group members collectively divided and completed assigned parts. However, because there was no leader, no one was in the position to check up or call out members who did not contribute to the group's work. When these issues arose, other members had to take over and complete the unfinished parts. Communication played a huge role in the outcome of our project. Establishing that sets up how the group performs on the project.
Prior to this project, I was almost always in groups with the majority of people I already knew. Being in this group project taught me what to do and not to do in future projects. The few times I was in a new environment, there was always someone else that would be outgoing and be that person that meshed and glued everyone together. However, that was not the case this time. No one, including myself, wanted to or took initiative to really be that glue. It taught me that active communication is important and that developing relationships with your peers should have been something that was done to make the group project feel like a group project instead of just 5 people working on the same assignment. I recommend getting to know your group mates at least just a little bit to develop some type of bond to make the project more interactive.
Reflecting on this project, I noticed it was different than what I have experienced with previous group projects. To start off, I did not have a relationship with my group members prior to the class, so our communication styles were new to me. We did a great job separating each section for individuals to focus on. We all picked a part of the SWOT analysis and did our own research. Although at times group members did have to step up and pick one another up. One thing I have learned is to figure out each other's schedule and see where everyone has time to work on the project. We struggled a bit finding times to meet where everyone was free, but we made it work out at the end. I would recommend scheduling meetings ahead of time as everyone's schedule gets filled up. Overall, this project was a great learning experience. Not only did I learn a lot about Nike, I've also learned ways I can get my future projects done efficiently.
Throughout the entirety of this project, each group member learned a little bit more about themselves and the company, from communication skills to Nike's executive board, from leadership skills to Nike's constant innovation. The project helped us realize that when working in groups, we have to be able to adapt to each other's ways of working. Some depend on others and need to always be physically with the group to work on it. Others prefer to work individually on the project from the comfort of their rooms. In addition to this, after we completed the project, we saw many parallels to Nike and ourselves, realizing that the reasons we were assigned this project was to explore the factors that contribute to Nike's success, to show that their practices can be applied to what we have learned through this course.